I decided I would start making a ton of videos on how I snagged my high value man, then that would be just really, really embarrassing for my husband.
My husband is right all of the time. Yeah, you heard me say it.
As a representative of all husbands, we would all like to know, do you have a Kickstarter?
They be wanting to get cheated on, beated on.
You're intimidated by women here because we're more outspoken. They're like, oh no, she's gonna stop my master plot of treating as many women like as possible.
Hey guys, welcome back to More to Life. Before I get into this video, I ask that you like, comment, subscribe. Also, smash that notification bell just to be sure you get on my videos as soon as I release them. Let's get right into this.
Would you let your man pay for your friend's nails? Be honest. Would you? Alright. So recently I got a new man, and me and my friend, we went to the mall. Like, we went together, but then my man came after, right? Because he wanted me to get my toes done. And I was like, hey, if you want me to get my toes done, you're going to pay for it. So he's like, okay, cool. That's not an issue. So he went to the nail shop, whatever, came, sat down with me for a little bit. And my friend, she's more like a yapper. She has a boyfriend, though. So I'm like, okay, she's talking to him. Me, personally, as a friend, I never go out of my way to, like, actually make conversation with my friend's man. Not because I'm, like, you know, trying to, like, be standoffish or whatever. Just because I don't give a fuck about that man. Like, it's your man, and you're my friend. He would never be my friend if you're my friend. Type, if y'all get it. But, so, they're talking whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. She's, like, a very social person. So I'm like, okay, it's nothing big, right? Why does it come time to pay? And he pays for my toes. And she said, oh, you'll pay for mine too? And I just look at her, and she looks at me, and I look at her, and I look at him. And I said, no, he will not pay for your toes. And she's like, oh, well, I was just joking, da-da-da. I don't think she was. But that's besides the point, right? So me and him, we go back to the car, right? And I'm talking to him. I'm like, hey, like, if I wasn't there, would you get paid for your toes? Like, hypothetically. He's like, no, I wouldn't pay for them. But let me know. Because I'm debating if I should cut it off or not. Because we have not talked since that day. So y'all let me know.
She was definitely shooting her shot in a different way, right? She was shooting her shot to see if you had a provider man. Because if you did, you think she wasn't going to take him? Give him a little piece? Because her man may not be doing that for her.
Are they the ones giving relationship advice and not the ones who are actually happily, normally married to?
It's because they don't want to embarrass their husbands. Like, if I decided I would start making a ton of videos on how I snagged my high value man, then that would be just really, really embarrassing for my husband, because all of his colleagues and friends and business partners and everyone would see that, and it would not make me look good. It would not make him look good. And any person who is married to someone who really values their career would not want that kind of attention. And also, just personally, I'm not going to speak for every wife who's in a healthy relationship to a successful man, but personally, like, I just don't believe in sharing that much about your relationship, especially if it's a good one, because there's a lot of evil eye out there. And I think that you should keep anything good and that you truly, truly love close to your heart. And this is coming from the perspective of someone who is a content creator who makes their money on social media. And of course, I would love the views that those type of videos bring, but I would never sell my love that cheaply, like, and my life that cheaply. Like, maybe other parts of my life, but not that part, because I care so much about that relationship. And the moment you let other people into your relationship, it's over. That's why you never see social media couples last, because there's too many opinions in that relationship. And you should never, never open yourself up to that if it's a true, authentic love, in my opinion. Yeah, so that's why I don't show my husband that much on here. I will sprinkle him into videos here and there. He was in a lot of the wedding content because it was wedding related, but I didn't share anything important to us from the wedding. Like, I shared, like, the materialistic nonsense of the wedding, like the flowers and the venue and the whatever, like the fun parts that are just like materialistic, but I never shared our vows and our parents' speeches and our friends' speeches and all of the things that are really important because like those things are sacred and should be kept close to home. And also, if you were in a really happy marriage and are with this amazing man who spoils you, like you don't need to brag about every single little thing he does. Like I'm a big believer that if you see someone always bragging about what their partner does for them, like they're not in that good of a relationship. Or like if they're always just like, the bigger the paragraph, the bigger the issues. And I firmly believe that.
Don't you agree, Mr. Feather?
Word.
Wow. She dropped a bomb. And I think that woman needed to hear that, right? Because that woman is from the community, and you already know what they do in the community, right? Girl gets a nice big Birkin bag. Oh, yeah, my man bought me a Birkin bag. And what happens is all of the other girls believe that's the best relationship ever when it's just materialistic, right? And then what happens? They end up breaking up because it's just materialistic. She doesn't take him serious. And she's right. You have to hold those things sacred, right? That's like I would feel away if my wife was just all over bragging all the time about everything I do for her, right? Anybody would. A guy will feel used. So, and she's right. Why would she do that? And that guy has friends and partners he does business with. How do you think they look at, oh, your gold digging wife? And not only that, issues always happen. Once you speak certain things out into the world too much, as she said, those evil things are lurking in the shadows, waiting to snag your man. As soon as she starts talking about it, her man is taken from her because someone that's eligible, an eligible bachelorette, is going to position herself to her man and snag him. These things are true. It happens.
I'm probably going to lose some followers over this, and oh well. My husband is right all of the time. Yeah, you heard me say it. He is right all of the time. I don't mean just like, oh, he was right about something small or this or that. No, he is right about everything. When I was talking about quitting my job back in November, December, and I was so against it, he talked me into it, basically. He was my voice of reason. He is always my voice of reason. That man knows better. He knows so much more than people give credit. It does not have to be anything big. It could be a small situation, but that man is always right, all of the time. I don't hear any females saying that on this platform, or any platform for that matter. Why is that? Why do we not give our husbands more credit? Why? They're smart men. And honestly, a lot of women that say, oh my God, I'm right all the time and my husband's always wrong. That's disturbing to me. That's a weird energy to have. Your husband is a smart man. You might not think that. He's a smart guy. Give him more credit. Let your husband have an opinion. Is that crazy? No, because he's a person too. I come to my husband for advice, for everything, because he is my husband and my teammate and my life partner and my ride or die, because that man has a lot of really great values. He has a lot of really good life experiences. Granted, he's a 32-year-old operator in the same area that he grew up in, but he's been through a lot of stuff. And I take into account everything that man has been through and everything that his heart and his mind have been through. Give your man more credit.
That comes from a woman that has been married and that is deeply in love and trust her man, right? That comes from a woman that goes through problems and goes to him first. She confides in him. So imagine she's going through something. She's like, who do I ask? And the same thing, like I'm married. Me and my wife talk all the time, right? Out of everybody she knows, she would feel that I'm most qualified to speak to. But that right there is deep love, right? And it should be shown because not every situation back in America is bad. There are some great marriages, not very many, but there are some great ones where a woman loved their husbands. And this is why, this shows why she's able to keep him and he's happy. He comes home, he looks forward to coming home, I'm sure, right? Because he has a woman that's his support. He knows he's going through anything, he can talk to her. He can bounce it right back off her. Imagine that. Imagine him coming home and she looks like she's sitting there with a smile, waiting to hear how his day was. She's interested in anything he has to say. And men need that, because when men are not getting that, they start to crumble and break down. And the reason why, so many people have unalived themselves in 2024, 75% of those are men. I wonder why.
Oh, well. My husband is right all of the time.
As a representative of all husbands, we would all like to know, do you have a Kickstarter? Do you have a GoFundMe? How about a summer retreat, boot camp, any kind of instructional videos? I don't know if you work or not. If you do, you're in the wrong line of work. You have a lucrative business opportunity right under your nose.
Exactly. Yeah. And who knows? That could be the business her husband told her to start. He's right. She's a great motivational speaker. Like, if this was her business, she's in the right business.
Can somebody please tell me why the girlies on here with like the Birkins and the Chanel?
Girl, they be f***ing. And I'm not talking about my nurse girlies, my lawyer girlies, my 9-to-5 girlies that because every 9-to-5, y'all be sleep on every 9-to-5 girlie says they's making 20+K a month. Okay, I'm not talking about those girlies. I'm talking about the ones where y'all be wondering like, how is she getting all this? She ain't got no job, baby. That cat is clocking in. That cat is working overtime. She's tired. She's praying for a day off because mama won't let her rest. Okay? And not only that, not only do they be getting, if I'm being so honest, a lot of these girls are like, these Instagram girlies, they live the lifestyle and they be wanting to do a lot of shit y'all not willing to do. And I don't mean that in a way where I'm like, y'all don't have the heart.
Dubai!
One night in Dubai.
They be getting pooped on.
You shouldn't have the heart. Love yourself. Okay? Like, be for real. They be willing, y'all, if the bag is big enough, they be willing to get cheated on, beat it on, have babies on them, all types of stuff. And that cat still clocking in. That's a lot. Okay? You talking about the definition of God's strongest soldier. Front line. Been to battle multiple times, okay? These hoes don't be getting no rest. A lot of y'all are not built like that because you shouldn't have to be built like that. I seen another creator on here that was talking about the girls that go to Dubai, and she was not capping. And again, I'm strictly talking about the ones that when y'all say, oh, like she said, when y'all say, oh, like, what do you do? They don't answer you. Baby, they can't answer you. Because if you really want to know what they're doing, they're going outside. That's what they're doing. They're going outside for Van Cleef.
Yes, so many women are doing that. And it's not all it's cracked up to be, right? But you know what's happening? You know what's wild? A lot of women are used to that. And some of them actually like it. And some of them don't mind it because it's more than some other things. Like some of those women that go out to Dubai or do something strange for a little bit change have opportunities to make more than corn stars. If they're smart enough, they're making more because they're not selling themselves short, right? You go to Dubai, you go through all that nonsense, get pooped on, everything trained on, and you're leaving with 20 to 40 to 50,000 like that. So the smart woman will come back and save and invest that money, right? The dumb ones get the Birkin bag. The smart ones, you won't even see what they're coming with. So you give them women respect, but I don't give none of them respect. You guys already know the temperature of what's going on nowadays.
This is one of those things like if you know, you know. If you don't, then you don't. Okay. But y'all remember when I posted about passport bros?
Oh, so we finally got one. We finally have, well, now we had a couple, but there's some desirables that actually care what's going on this side. For everybody that says they're all undesirables, no. Some desirables too. They all care. Don't sleep.
Okay. This guy slid up and he responded to me. He was like, you women in America, he said something, he was blocking me. He he was like, you guys are too outspoken and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. So you're intimidated by women here because they're more outspoken. And, you know, a lot of us probably aren't going to handle your bull.
You're so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
And let you get away with treating us like. So you go to another country where women are.
It's not about allowing us to treat you like garbage, right? The guy's not even getting to play the time of day because of the standards y'all set. They're unbelievable, right? There's some chads out there that can't get the time of day with y'all.
Already treated like so you can continue treating them like it because you're intimidated by outspoken women who are going to call you out on your. Okay. Men are intimidated by women who are just more aware that you're doing. They're like, oh no, she's going to stop my master plot of treating as many women like as possible.
You cross the board. I don't care what you have on paper. When women operate in these areas, they diminish their value too low. Because if you really have a good argument, you should not have to shame somebody. Shaming is just a way to get control of the conversation.
And it's just like, it's one of the things, if the shoe fits, wear it. I'm not even going to sit here and lie and act like this isn't about anyone specific, because it is. I also find it ironic how those same men will want to be like the alpha male men who like want to be dominant and be the leader in a relationship. They have to get women who obviously grew up in sexist environments, bring them over here so they can feel like they're a savior, and they're like, well, I saved you so I can treat you like this and do this. Man, those women are using you for fucking money. They are using your fucking ass. And then they want to sit there and complain like, oh, women are gold diggers. Those women just use me. It's like, well, duh. Damn well, the only way to get them to be with you is if you brought them here and bought them a bunch of, you know? It's like, how are you going to complain that women are gold diggers? But the only way...
No, it's not women are gold diggers, right? Men want something in return. That's why so many guys say to women nowadays, what do you bring to the table? I ain't bring that with this good coochie and then this, and that. Other than that, I don't bring that to the table, baby. And that's what you would say too.
You can pull women because your personality is so stupid and boring and you're a little... is if you flaunt your money. And no, before anyone tries to twist my words, even though that's gonna happen anyways, this is not me saying if you happen to go to another country and fall in love or genuinely want to help someone, get them out of like a toxic environment, then you're a predator. That's not at all what I'm saying. What I'm saying is going anywhere to take advantage with the intent to take advantage of a power imbalance or to fetishize and profit a culture that allows you to perpetuate your sexist ideologies. That's what I'm talking about. Weird.
Yeah, so they always talk about this power imbalance, right? They talk about this extra nonsense thing. So it's a power imbalance if a man goes to a place where his dollar's worth more. So he's taking advantage because of that reason. I think you got to confuse. I think it's smart. That's something smart to do. That's smart for men to say, you know what? I'm going to uproot myself from here and go here where the women are more cooperative, right? All of these women don't understand. You're the problem. Guys are going places where women choose not to wear septum rings like you. But you know what? It's fine though. A lot of these women will never understand because they don't want to understand, right? They don't care to understand. And that's why guys are leaving. And that's why guys realize
this is the way.
Passport bros, cash for no. There's definitely more to life than dealing with you.